Welcome back to Pompey Chimes. We are back up here. It's a week before we're going to make our trip down to Cane Hill Locks, and I want to try and get this paint rectified. So I bought some paint and had a look at it. Not 100% sure, but we'll see. Also got a few other little jobs to do up here. I want to have a look at the shower and make sure that the pump out is clean and the filter in there is all right. And then it's just a few little jobs getting ready for our big trip. So, but the first thing to do is sort this paint work out in this area here. So tomorrow morning should be nice and bright and sunny when I get up. Prepare this area. Hopefully it'll be dry by then, and then we'll get the paint out. Now I did buy some paint last week, and here's what happened. So I've got a new tin of paint, and I'm a bit annoyed because it was advertised as Top Black, not Top Black Plus. Even on the invoice thing it says Top Black, and they've sent Top Black Plus. So I've now got a tin of paint that I've already used once and is the wrong colour. So I'm a little bit annoyed with this really, but I've opened it rather than trying to send it back and the rest of it, and I haven't done anything with it yet. I've not stirred it or anything, and already it's looking less purple than what the other one did. So I'm wondering if there's something wrong with the other tin. I don't know. So what I've done is, in my drill, I've taken a flat bit, 25mm flat bit, and then just ground off the end with my angle grinder to make like a paddle. I'm actually going to stir it properly with this. I'm then going to paint a little bit onto this bit of timber here, just to see how it dries. So when I take it up there, I can then hold this against the original that's up there and see what it looks like. So that's my plan. So just looking at that, it already looks a lot less purple than the last one. It's still quite streaky. I've been running this for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes at high speed on the drill, and it's still a little bit streaky in there. So I'm going to go a bit more. There we go, that's properly stirred. No one can say I didn't stir it enough. On the last pot, I stirred it, not with this paddle though. I just did it with a stick and then give it a good stir for probably a minute, minute and a half. Because when looking back on this, I'm thinking the only thing it can be was the paint wasn't stirred enough, because it's changed colour as I've gone along. So the more I think about this, the more I think that it was a lack of stirring, even though I had done it. Anyhow, we'll see how this goes on to this bit of timber here, and then we'll see what it dries like, and then I'll take it back up to the boat, and then we'll match it and see if it's going to be a similar kind of colour. Fingers crossed for this one. So a little bit of paint on the piece of timber there, which I'll take up. I will take the tin obviously up, and I'm going to take this paddle up as well, just to make sure, so I can give it another mix before it goes on. Just from memory, this is looking a lot less purple, a lot more blue than the other tin. So my only conclusion really is that the other tin was either a bad tin, or you've really got to mix it up. But opening up this tin, it didn't look that purple, even though I've given it a real good mix. Yeah, not quite sure what's gone on there, but fingers crossed, this is going to work. One of the things we need to do before we go is to look at the pump for the shower outlet. I think they call it a gulper pump. So inside the shower here, we've got the outlet, the drain there. Now that's below the surface of the water outside, so it's got to be able to pump it up so it can go outside of the boat. That's what this is. This is a, we've got a flow jet. Works really well actually. Does what it needs to. On the side here, there's a filter, I think we need to clean that out periodically. Now I've never done that. I've had quite a few showers in here, so I'm thinking let's get that done before we go and make sure it's going to be okay for when we're away for 2 weeks. So this is the housing for it. I've never done this before. I'm hoping it's just going to unscrew or something. So something's twisting there. Yep, that's unscrewing. So not quite sure what to expect. A little bit of water as expected. Just get a bit of tissue to mop that up a bit. Like this filter bit here, I think. Is that a filter? Don't know. I'm going to give this lid a wash. I think this here could be a filter. So we'll go and see what we've got. There's nothing else in here. As I feel around inside, I can't feel anything else that needs to come out. So I'm guessing it's just this bit here. So I'll go and wash that out and then put it back in. So it's nice and easy to clean out. So there's just this gauze. This comes off. I'll just put it back on just to push fit. But you can clean it off. It wasn't that bad really. I'm not a very hairy person, so don't get a lot of hair down there. But in the next couple of weeks, Sharon will be on board, so that'll be a different matter. Anyhow, nice and clean, so that can just screw back on. And then what I do when I have a shower tonight, I'll after I finish having a shower, I'll just double check, make sure it's not leaked where I've done that up. Nice easy job, that one. Lovely. Right, it's time to get some of this paint on. So I've given it another good stir using the drill and the paddle that I made last time. So it's had 2 good stirs within a week. I stirred it for about a good 3 or 4 minutes. I tried a bit of timber. So this bit of timber that I'd painted up earlier, when I checked that against the other existing boat, it looks about right. Certainly less purple than what we've got here. So yeah, let's get this paint on and then see what colour this comes out as. Yeah, you can see the colour of that. It's different. That's really different already. Yeah, this is much better. So, we need to make sure we stir the paint properly, Jason. So we're nearly halfway round and it's looking so much better. Proper colour. You can really see the difference between the purple there that I haven't done and then the blue, the new blue that I have done there. So yeah, this is going much better. Much happier today. And there we go, that's much better. All one consistent colour, there's no purple in it, and yeah, really pleased with that. The only trouble is it now shows up all the patches where you sit, looks a bit grey and mucky and dirty, so I think I'm going to have to paint that now. So I've got some matte black paint and I'll use that. So there we go then, painting of the stern area is all complete. I managed to get these cleaned up as well. I actually did these back at home. Just take them back, go through all the paper grits, just get it down so it's nice and smooth and clean again, and then give it a coat of lacquer. So it's got a clear coat of lacquer on it that you would use on a car, just to clean those up, and some new screws just so it looks nice. So yeah, I think that looks quite a lot better. I also painted inside the control panel, sort of around the outside of here, all around there, just to keep that looking nice and clean. Managed to get the black on. It's shinier than I thought it was going to be. Supposedly it says matte black on the tin. When it's in the sun, it looks actually quite shiny. When it's not in the sun, it's actually not too bad. It's quite satin, I'd say, rather than matte, but that looks okay. So yeah, so that's pretty much good now. So that's all the painting done, and got the back end done here as well. So there's doors at the back. Also managed to get the tiller arm done as well. which is nice to get that cleaned up. So yeah, that's it now really. I was going to do a gearbox service, but I've not really got around to doing that. I've not really had time. And when I lift the base plate up that you stand on, I don't want to scratch all the paint that I've just done. So I might leave that till the day before we go. But we'll see how we get on. Signing it for now.